Hello there to the brothers and sisters out there in the Vapor Kingdom. It is me, the ever reputable brother Kevin, in the house, not doing a juice review, so this is straying away from the normal. But are you having a blessed day yet? Because I'm going to try to make that happen. Brothers and sisters, it is a hardware review. That is correct. And this is the FOGGER V4. I gotta say, I've owned a lot of tanks, and I've owned a lot of leaky tanks, and I've owned a lot of tanks that don't perform very well, and I bought this on a whim that I heard that this was a really amazing tank, and I've got to tell you, the whim did not steer me wrong, brothers. This is amazing. I had a couple of my people out there in the brother and sisters out there in the Vapor Kingdom, the convicted vape guys, and Maddie and JTG. Had another guy over there that was curious about this tank, and I had a blessed Vaporidian that was interested in this tank also. Yeah, I try to say that a couple times. I'm gonna dive down into it. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna show you what it is. I'm not gonna do another build on it. The build is quite intensive. It is a little area to work with. I will re-wick it, break it all the way down, re-wick it, fill it up, and vape on it, and let you see all the parts on the inside. See exactly how this thing works. Brothers and sisters, without any further ado, I'm going to take a little vape on it. And you can do a dual setup on this, normal mouth to lung. It's respectable for a tank. Or you can lung punch it. And it didn't leak. And it didn't dry hit. Let's go in closer. Brothers and sisters, here we have the FOGGER V4 broken down. Looks beautiful. There's the pieces sitting in order, basically, of how they go together. I've got my ball of cotton. Got my crazy scissors, and I've got my crack rock tweezers right here, complete with heated up crack rock area. It'll get the job done. Without further ado, here we are, the build deck of the FOGGER V4. Like I said, it is a little guy, and as you can tell, it is there, little guy. Pretty interesting here of the V4. It's a pretty much a K-Fun looking setup in here, with the slight difference of it's dual coil, and that's what makes it the hard part to build. It's very hard to capture things on these little screws, especially the coils onto this screws. I make little horseshoes on the ends of them, and you can wrap on one side, wrap on the other side, put a screwdriver through, and then do your other one basically the same way, pulling it taut on both of them, off both of the screwdrivers to actually tighten down. It kind of somewhat locks it in place, should I say. Let me go ahead and pull this cotton out of here. You can see here, there's one of your juice wells. There's another juice well, there's another juice well, and there's your other juice well. There's a total of 4. There's a little hole that is right here. It's very hard to see because it is black. There's a little hole that's right here. That is your air hole on both of them, both the sides of the wicks. Like I said, build deck is very K-Fun-like. These coils were built by me. They're I believe it's 0.44 is what they're coming in at. And you got this ring on the bottom that is your airflow adjuster. Very cool thing. You fill from the bottom like a K-Fun, but your pin, your positive pin, is copper. Awesome. And it is adjustable, 100%. So let me go ahead and burn this stuff off of my coils, and we'll get to the building process. Man, those are some pretty coils. There it is, all set up, cleaned up on the coils, burned all this juicy, nasty, buttery, nasty stuff off of it, and they're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and show you how we cotton this. As always, you're gonna get your cotton, nice fluffy cloud of cotton, and I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. Stretch your cotton out. You don't want to make your cotton too dense. It will have issues. I believe the lighter the cotton is inside your coil, the better it breathes. Hence, there you go, more vapor. We got an angry piece of cotton. Look how angry it is. It's so angry. I don't twist my cotton. You roll the cotton, man. You want to roll this cotton in your fingers. Look at that. I'm gonna take my end. I'm gonna bend it down. I'm gonna roll it through here. And let's just go ahead and pull it on in. May take a little finagling. Got my one wick in there, looking like a nice fat mustache. Trim. Might need some new scissors pretty soon, brothers. Now that we've got it trimmed, here comes the intensive part. This is what you're gonna do: is poke all these up, make them go straight up, and kind of pat them in together, because this part gets a little odd here. You're gonna take this little bitty part, little bitty as I say, and you're gonna slide this over your cotton. Once you get it down over the cotton, make sure this says FOGGER up and down. So we're gonna screw this on. This is the absolute best way I found to build it. So once you have this in, you've got a buckwheat of a setup so far. So what you're gonna do is take your scissors and you're gonna cut this right off along the top. This is where it starts to get fun. You're gonna come in here, and you're gonna space out your cotton. You find your coils. There's a coil. And you're gonna shove this down into where that juice hole actually is. Right there. And we're gonna shove this one down right to where that juice hole is. Don't slam it in there. Don't ram it all the way into that hole. You will have wicking issues if you do that. So that's how she's going to be sitting in there. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get some juice out. You're not going to want to flood this deck. You're just going to want to apply a little bit to your cotton just to get things talking down in there. I usually apply a little bit of this pretty gingerly in there. Let's move on. Here comes the top of the chimney. Let's call it the top of the chimney. How about that? Top of the chimney has little O-rings in it. Cool. We're going to, come on. Got it. Nailed it. Screw the top of that chimney down. This ring goes on next. Comes all the way down. And it's going to screw on. And I will say the threads on this are actually really nice. Now, here it comes. The glass. Oh, look, would you look at that? Would you? Look at that. And there's another O-ring in the top. We're gonna take this. It also has the logo FOGGER V41. Yay. So we take this and we're screwing it down. So I try to mate these up. So I got FOGGER on the inside and I got FOGGER on the top cap. There she is, all assembled. Now, let's go ahead and pull the bottom screw out, brothers. Bottom screw comes out and there is a little O-ring on this screw. Let's put that off to the side. This is the cool part. Check this. You start feeling it and it goes in there. Yay. Look at that. It's fun. This is fun, boys and girls. This is fun. And let's wipe off this top. She's full, she's ready to go. You can already see it wicking. Let's go out to the main view. We're back up top. As everybody knows, everything has its learning curve. I love this tank. I think it's by far the best tank I own. I've got a Kraken, and you got to do that number in order to vape on it, so that you don't get dry hits. This one you don't do that. It's a bottom feed. I've got a Doc Dave steam turbine, the titanium one. I've had dry hits on that, big time dry hits on that. And that thing gets like scalding hot, burns your lips. You got to use Delrin tips so it doesn't burn your lip. Same thing. Haven't had a dry hit on this. It wicks great. It vapes great. This is by far one of the best tanks I've had. This may take a little while for the people that aren't really like into the tank setup. If you got a tank, I don't know if I'd recommend this being like your first tank to get. It's not for the beginner tank guy, man. That build is pretty nutty, man. It really is. So I'm saying it's good. I love it. I think this thing is great. Comes in a box like this. Comes with a baggie with extra O-rings, 2 extra screws, this extra deck insulator, some silica, and some Kanthal. I mean, 32 doll hairs? I think it was like 32 doll hairs. That's right. Cheap. Man. I'll buy that any day of the week, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and like me on Facebook. Go ahead and subscribe to the videos. There's more to come. And when you get done doing all that stuff, you take a toke, you keep calm, and vape on.